Oh my goodness. Mania Mondays. It's time for Mania Mondays. How's it going, everybody? It's Wave Punk. Welcome to Gumdrop Buttons. Today we're going to talk about kind of a weird topic, but something that I think is important. So I hope that you listen. I hope that you enjoy it. We're going to talk about sourcing. What is sourcing? Why is it important? Why, like, this might be like the most boring topic I've ever picked, but we're going to do it because I think it's a good thing to talk about. So, you ever written a paper for high school, for college, for your job? I don't know. And they always they want a works cited sort sheet. It's like, hey, show me where you got all this information, right? And you're like, this is dumb. Why don't I I'm telling you the information. Why do I have to point to you? Like, you already read it in the paper. Why do I have to show you where it is in the book? And you see people on Facebook all the time being like, oh, I read this, I saw that, this thing's true over here. And someone be like, where'd you read that? And be like, bruh, why can't you just take my opinion? Why can't you just believe me? Why can't you just believe me? Why can't you just take my word? Don't you trust me? And it's, on one hand, depending on who it is, you kind of build up trust with people. There are certain friends of mine on Facebook who, if they say something, I'm going to trust them that they got it from a reliable source, that they got it from a place. I'm going to believe them because they have a track record of being believable. But if there's someone who I don't know as well, it's going to be much less likely for me to just take their word at face value. And that's where sources become important. Because, if I have a source, and it's interesting, you think about it. So if someone says, let me back up here. If somebody says, I believe X, Y, and Z, and then I say, well, where'd you hear that? And they say, oh, I heard that on BuzzFeed. That's cool. You got that from BuzzFeed, really? Huh? Okay, cool. That's such a great... I'm not gonna trust that. I'm gonna be sarcastic with them, maybe, and like, oh, great, you got it from BuzzFeed. That's awesome. Why is BuzzFeed not a good thing? Well, because BuzzFeed is just a news... Not even news. It's just entertainment. It's just a website that's just there to generate entertainment, to generate ad revenue and stuff like that. It's, but if they were to say, oh, I got this from the New York Times, or oh, I got this from WorldCat, or a journal about the specific topic, it's like, okay, well, now I'm much more interested. I'm much more trustworthy of this information. Why is that? Well, because it's so that, if someone gets it from the New York Times is one of the preeminent newspapers in the world, and that information is going to be well researched, is going to be well studied, and I'm going to trust that the people who wrote it got their information from a reliable source. Because when you think about it, in the end, someone says, okay, I know this about this particular food product. I know that this food product is bad for me. Well, how do you know that? Well, because my mom told me. Well, how does your mom know it? Well, because she read about it. Well, where did she read about it? Well, she read about it in this magazine. Well, who do these people in this magazine know? What do they know? Well, they went and talked to scientists. Well, how did the scientists know? Well, the scientists actually did research and looked at the effects of this particular food product on your body and were able to conclude that it wasn't healthy for you. Okay, now we're getting at a first-hand piece of knowledge where somebody knows something because they actually discovered it. And this is what I'm getting at with sourcing, is that by sourcing your work, by saying, I got my information from here, whatever you are saying is now building upon the knowledge base of an entire world, of an entire culture. By saying, I got the information in my paper from this book, I can look at where that book got its information. Maybe that book is a first-hand account from someone who experienced whatever you're writing about. But maybe that book is also a textbook that's taking other people's opinions and other people's resources and conglomerating them. And maybe that person didn't do a good job putting together that textbook, and so I know that source there wasn't reliable, And so the reason sourcing is important is because it takes the knowledge you have written, and you're not just spitballing, you're not just putting your opinion out there. You are writing, your work is building upon the work of others. and therefore it is trustworthy, because the information you have is accurate, therefore the conclusion you make about them are at least well supported. Even, I mean, maybe your thrust of your paper is not good, I guess, like the theory you are putting forward might not be, solid, might not be founded, but at least it's built upon true evidence, and that's what's important. And at that point, we can have a good, academic discussion about something. Whereas if you didn't cite your sources, I don't know if any of the facts you're bringing to the table are true, so I don't care about your paper. The same thing with Facebook comments, or things on the side. It's all of it. If you're not citing sources, if you're not citing where you got your information, I can't trust that your information is good, and I can't trust your opinion as much. So that's why sourcing is an important thing. That was kind of a whirlwind. Actually, went by a lot faster than I thought it would. But this is the first time I've gotten through all of this without having to record it more than once. So maybe I'm getting better at this. Maybe that was a big Mod Podge. I don't know. Anyways. That was cool. Okay, fun. Yeah, so, like and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and tell me what you want me to talk about, because I'm gonna start running out of topics here soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.